Welcome, spicy lady. The sharpest minds often move quietly, noticing everything others take for granted. A spicy lady Sigma with extremely high intelligence experiences the world differently than most people. Her mind rarely rests on the surface. She sees patterns, contradictions, and hidden motives that many overlook. Ordinary conversations reveal far more depth to her. Small pauses, tone shifts, and unspoken emotions speak louder than actual words. She understands intelligence is never just about solving problems or memorizing facts. True intelligence means observing carefully, thinking critically, and responding thoughtfully while others act impulsively. What makes her psychology so fascinating is how she perfectly balances logic and emotion. She reads people's intentions without rushing to judgment. She knows many admire her strength yet struggle with the fierce independence that created it. She also understands honesty is not always what people want. Most people crave comfort, reassurance, and easy answers instead of raw truth. This awareness makes her intentional about what she shares and when she shares it. Her sharp intelligence is paired with patience, discretion, and a profound understanding of human behavior. To outsiders, she may seem calm or even detached, but this is careful observation, not indifference. She trusts patterns over appearances and values deep connections over surface-level interactions. By watching closely, reading hidden motives, and preserving her energy, she navigates life with a rare clarity most people only see after it's too late. Stay until the end. Understanding the mind of a high IQ spicy lady Sigma will reshape how you see intelligence, emotional awareness, and human behavior. Let's get into the 10 rare traits. Point 1. She notices what people hide, not just what they show. A highly intelligent spicy lady Sigma pays attention to hesitation, tone changes, unfinished sentences, and awkward timing, details everyone else ignores. Most people judge others based on spoken words. She judges equally by what's never said at all. Words are always edited before they leave someone's mouth, but hesitation, micro-tensions, and sudden shifts in energy are almost impossible to fake. Someone may sound confident answering a simple question, but pause for a split second. Someone may smile while speaking, but turn tight and guarded when a specific name or topic arises. She sees past performative loyalty. She notices when someone promises support yet always delays, makes excuses, or disappears when help is truly needed. Words can lie, but consistent patterns never do, and she always trusts the pattern. This isn't suspicion. It's refined observation. Truth rarely lives in perfect sentences. It leaks through timing, body language, and unspoken emotional shifts. She listens beyond language. Point 2. She loses interest long before conflict begins. Here's what nobody understands about the high IQ spicy lady Sigma. She detaches emotionally long before any visible drama or conflict appears. To everyone else, the relationship still looks normal. She's still polite, still listens, still respectful. But internally, she's already checked out. Her mind detects repeating patterns extremely early. She doesn't wait for betrayal or explosive fights to rethink a connection. Small, consistent behavioral shifts tell her everything she needs to know. She notices emotional shallowness, people who only want attention when they're suffering but never show genuine curiosity for others. Conversations that always circle back to their mood, their needs, their opinions, their struggles. She spots tiny dishonesties, minor story contradictions, shifting details, versions of events that change based on who's listening. She recognizes intellectual laziness, people who complain endlessly about the same problems but get defensive whenever solutions are offered. People who want comfort without growth, familiarity without change. Her withdrawal is always silent. No drama, no arguments, no public breakdowns. She simply reduces emotional investment, lowers expectations, and limits access to her inner world. By the time others feel distance, she's already fully processed and accepted the relationship's natural ending. People are shocked by her sudden emotional exit, but for her, it was a long, quiet, calculated process. Point 3. She knows intelligence doesn't stop emotional foolishness. She's watched brilliant, accomplished people destroy their own lives through ego, insecurity, attachment, and denial. A high IQ spicy lady Sigma learns early. A sharp mind does not equal a wise life. Someone can be incredibly intelligent, solve complex problems, speak eloquently, and still make catastrophic emotional choices. That she's seen clever people collapse under unchecked feelings, pride overriding reason, attachment overriding logic, fear overriding growth. This is why she's never easily impressed by intelligence alone. She doesn't ask, how much do you know? She asks, can you manage your emotions when life gets uncomfortable? She's observed people who give perfect advice yet self-sabotage constantly. People who understand human psychology deeply yet remain blind to their own flaws. People who can explain emotional patterns perfectly yet refuse to admit jealousy, insecurity, or fear within themselves. She understands intelligence can become a shield. Smart people use clever words to avoid self-reflection, justify mistakes, and protect their ego instead of growing. This is why she watches behavior more than speech. She respects people who stay honest when emotions are messy, humble when corrected, and grounded when disappointed. She also holds the standard for herself. She knows her intellect won't save her from emotional blindness. She constantly questions her own reactions, attachments, and blind spots, because even the smartest people lose internal battles they refuse to acknowledge. For she notices people love her strength but hate her independence. High IQ spicy Lady Sigmas sees a universal contradiction in human behavior. People admire resilience until it refuses to be controlled. Everyone praises her calmness, discipline, emotional stability, and strength through hard seasons. People call her rare, impressive, inspiring from a distance, but strength never forms by accident. Her resilience is built from years of solitude, hard decisions, painful boundaries, and learning to stand without external validation. That same independence people secretly fear. They admire her strength until she refuses to bend. They respect her stability until she doesn't prioritize their approval. They love her confidence until it can't be manipulated. People claim to love her honesty until her honesty exposes their flaws. They praise her focus until she won't drop her priorities for their expectations. She understands the truth. Many people only admire strength they can shape. They celebrate resilience as long as it serves them. They respect power only if it's obedient power. This doesn't make her bitter. It makes her observant. True respect isn't shown in easy times or agreement. It's shown when she maintains her boundaries, keeps her independence, and still receives genuine admiration, no resentment, no passive aggression, no hidden control. Point 5. She rarely explains everything she understands. She stays silent not because she's unsure, but because she's wise. That a high IQ spicy lady understands far more than she ever reveals, and people constantly misunderstand her silence as ignorance. Her silence is intentional selection, not emptiness. She's learned over time that not every truth is meant to be spoken in every moment. Too much clarity too early creates unnecessary resistance, envy, and defensiveness. She can see conflict brewing weeks before it erupts, but she stays quiet because people aren't ready to hear it. If she speaks early, she's accused of overthinking. When the conflict finally arrives, everyone else is shocked, and she's already processed it fully. She knows people often ask for advice, but they only want agreement. They don't want correction. They want comfort. They don't want truth. They want validation. She also understands the subtle danger of envy. When she reveals how deeply she sees through people's facades, it triggers quiet competition and insecurity. So she holds her insights patiently. She already knows why connections shift, why promises fade, why people change, but she lets time confirm what words would only complicate. Her restraint is not mystery. It's emotional maturity. She knows speaking less often protects peace better than speaking brilliantly. Point 6. She studies people even when she looks relaxed. Casual conversations are never truly casual for her. She can look completely at ease, smiling and listening normally, while her mind quietly maps every contradiction, fear, value, and emotional habit in front of her. For her, every interaction reveals character. She notices when someone preaches honesty yet avoids direct questions. She notices when someone complains about being misunderstood yet constantly interrupts others. She reads tone shifts. The sudden tightness when failure, rejection, or vulnerable topics arise. She detects hidden envy in someone's praise and bitterness beneath their kindness. She recognizes consistent patterns. People who joke through seriousness to avoid discomfort. People who overexplain to hide guilt. People who tell long stories to avoid directness. Even trivial topics reveal core values. A quick chat about money shows someone's discipline. A short talk about friendship shows their view on loyalty versus convenience. People reveal their true selves most when they think nobody is watching. While others see ordinary small talk, she sees raw, unfiltered character, and she stores those observations quietly to protect her peace and judge trust accurately. 7. She senses hidden competition behind admiration. A high IQ spicy lady Sigma develops an instinct for fake praise. She can instantly tell when someone compliments her strength, intelligence, and resilience, yet secretly hopes she softens, fails, or dims her light. She reads the subtle tension in their smiles, the brief pause before their compliments, the hidden judgment in their eyes. Most people accept praise at face value. She sees the layered truth. Many people admire her gifts but feel threatened by her power. They celebrate her success publicly but subtly undermine her ideas later. They praise her decisions in one conversation and casually plant self-doubt in the next. While others react emotionally to these small jabs, she simply observes. She maps intentions without wasting energy on ego-driven battles. She clearly distinguishes who genuinely celebrates her growth and who only tolerates her strength. She knows which admiration is pure and which comes with invisible strings and unspoken competition. Her wisdom is simple. Reactions always reveal more truth than words. She protects herself by adjusting her trust, not her worth. 8. She knows most people want comfort, not honesty. She's learned the hard way. Truth is not always wanted, even when it's asked for. Most people don't seek clarity, growth, or self-awareness. They seek emotional comfort. They want reassurance, soothing words, and validation that lets them stay comfortable, even if it means ignoring reality. She sees this pattern everywhere. People ask for feedback but get defensive over constructive criticism. They complain about repeating problems but refuse to change their habits. They vent about pain but resist the solution that would heal them. It's not malice. It's fear of discomfort. This understanding shapes every word she speaks. She doesn't dilute truth to please others, but she masters timing. She knows when to speak fully and when to gently guide others to discover truth on their own. She knows when silence serves people better than immediate correction. She understands wise communication isn't just about what you say. It's about whether the listener is ready to receive it. 9. She deeply respects people who admit uncertainty. She's unimpressed by performative confidence. She's inspired by humble self-awareness. As so many people pretend to have all the answers, projecting certainty to hide insecurity, fear of judgment, and gaps in their knowledge. But for her, pretending to know everything is a sign of weakness. Admitting uncertainty takes true courage, intellectual honesty, and emotional maturity. She respects people who can calmly say, "I don't know, but I'm willing to learn." That simple statement reveals openness, flexibility, curiosity, and freedom from ego. She knows real intelligence isn't having all the answers. It's having the humility to grow, adapt, and rethink your perspective. She feels safe opening up to people with this quality because conversations become genuine, not performative. No ego clashes, no unnecessary resistance, no fake superiority. To her, admitting what you don't know is far more powerful than pretending you know everything. 10. She understands people fear what they cannot predict. People don't just react to who she is, they react to who they can't understand. Human beings are wired to feel safe with labels, patterns, and predictability. When someone operates outside societal scripts, people feel uncomfortable, confused, and even subtly afraid. Her quiet confidence, emotional control, and unshakable independence make her impossible to categorize. While everyone else panics in chaos, she stays calm and strategic. While others chase approval, she follows her own values. While others react emotionally, she responds intentionally. This unpredictability makes people nervous. They can't read her next move, can't control her decisions, can't trigger her emotions easily. Some admire this quality secretly, but resent it openly. They wish she would bend, adapt, and fit in, because her unyielding independence exposes her own lack of control. She never dims herself to make others comfortable. She stays calm, self-contained, and clear in her boundaries, knowing people grow most when challenged by something greater than their limited expectations. Intelligence is never measured by what you know. It's measured by what you notice, how you respond, and what you choose to protect. The high IQ spicy Lady Sigma sees the world in layers others never access. She observes hidden contradictions, unspoken intentions, and repeating patterns of trust and deception. Yet she knows intellect alone means nothing without wisdom. She balances sharp logic with emotional awareness, honesty with timing, strength with restraint. She knows admiration often hides competition, independence often triggers insecurity, and most people choose comfort over truth. Her power is quiet, deliberate, and unshakable. She trusts patterns over appearances, reflection over reaction, and inner truth over superficial approval. In a world full of noise, reaction, and performative wisdom, the spicy Lady Sigma masters both mind and emotion. Her intelligence isn't loud, it's simply rare, clear, and profoundly powerful. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.